All right, Coach Kev, so this is our first time with you. So can you talk about how the season's been going so far?
At Eagle Academy, Brooklyn, where the Lincoln Rail Splitters are visiting, taking on the home team, Eagle Academy. Eagle comes in league play in his Brooklyn PSAL AA matchup 2-0, and Lincoln actually also comes in. They come in 1-1 with wins versus losses versus Canarsie and a forfeit win versus South Shore. Lot of stuff we're gonna get into with the PSAL and forfeits and suspensions and things of that nature. Eagle wins the tip. Trey Shep with the easy bucket. And by the way, this is the voice of Eagle, Greg Polius, live from the Eagles nest. Eagle putting on a full court press. That's number 4, Johnny Solomon to number 21. And that's going to be a charge. Johnny Fleming on Eagle, number 21, taking the charge. That was Isaiah Chance with the foul for Lincoln. Both teams coming out early in their press. Shep on the wing, pass to Caesar with the easy deuce. Xavier Caesar, the freshman, with the finish. Oh, and that's a steal by Caesar. And he gets blocked. Oh, stays Eagle ball. Always a big game for Eric Acker, number 2, seniors Eric Acker, number 2, and Trey Shep, number 11, as they are Lincoln transfers. Trey in the post with the pass to Emar. Emar, either one of them could have went straight up with that, if you ask me. But stays Eagle ball. Fleming to inbound underneath the basket. Eric with the mid-range, and it's good. That's a 6-0 run by Eagle Academy. Emar gets a hand on it, but Solomon brings back up the court. Ethan Ostain, the other leading scorer for Lincoln. Ostain with the ball. Backdoor pass. Solomon with the shot, and he hits the jumper. Those are the 2 leading scorers for Lincoln. Number 23, Ethan Ostain, and number 4, Johnny Solomon. Eagle looking like they're going to break the press with ease. Eric comes across half, dribbles to the sideline. Pass to Emar in the lane with the finish. Eagle making it look easy on offense right now. Ostain. And another steal with an easy 2-hand flush. As Ostain on the wing, kicks it out. Shot attempt, air ball. I need the crowd to be on it. Can't have the visiting team shoot an air ball and the crowd not say anything. Lincoln ball underneath the basket. Looks like it was last touch by Eagle play. Oh. Too many second chance baskets after the easy misses. Eagles gonna have to box out to avoid that. Caesar coming up the sideline with the strong take. Timeout Lincoln. Prior to the game, we had our producer Andre Johnson have a chance to talk with Coach Kevin Hamilton of Eagle Academy. Take a look for yourselves.
All right, Coach Kev, so this is our first time with you. So can you talk about how the season's been going so far? This is game number 5 or 6 for you guys? I think it's 6.
5, I believe.
All right.
Yeah. Season's been going okay. I think we're getting better each week. Maybe last week is the first time I felt like we kind of went in the wrong direction. But there's a lot of new guys on our team that are getting accustomed to our system, the way we do things, and I'm optimistic. We just got to make sure we play our best basketball in February.
Okay, so you're all about building up the momentum for the run in the. All All right, Coach Kev, so this is our first time with you. So can you talk about how the season's been going so far? This is game number 5 or 6 for you guys? I think it's 6.
5, I believe.
All right.
Yeah. Season's been going okay. I think we're getting better each week. Maybe last week is the first time I felt like we kind of went in the wrong direction. But there's a lot of new guys on our team that are getting accustomed to our system, the way we do things, and I'm optimistic. We just got to make sure we play our best basketball in February.
Okay, so you're all about like building up the momentum for the run in the playoffs.
Sure.
And so let's talk about last week against Newman Goretti. Like, where did you guys think you fell short in that game?
Well, I think, personally, I didn't do a great job preparing them for that type of environment, that type of moment. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of guys who are new. We have, some experienced guys that are used to being at that type of atmosphere against those type of opponents. But, there's a mental way you got to approach those type of games. And we did a lot of X and O stuff, strategy stuff, but I probably should have focused more on, being aggressive and taking advantage of that opportunity.
All right, got you. And this week we have Lincoln. How do we feel about Lincoln going into it?
Lincoln's a very well-coached team. They play extremely hard. Coach Matos is doing a great job with those guys. And we got to be prepared. Our league is one of the most competitive in the country. So there's no such thing as a night off. We're aware that if we don't come with our best, it can be a bad night for us. So we just got to be focused and play to the best of our capacity.
All right, thanks, Coach Kev.
Oh, and Anthony Sasto, number 13, with the block on Trey Shep. Eagles up 14-4. Lincoln just had a sub. Number 24, Noah Charles, come in for number 21, Isaiah Chance. Johnny with a good perimeter defense. That was good defense. That was just a good take by number 4, Johnny Solomon. Xavier to the wing for Johnny for 3. Off. Trey with the rebound. Can't finish, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. Had to fight hard for that bucket. One thing to note, Trey Shep, not sure what his numbers in the overall PSAL are, but I'm pretty sure he's got to be top 3 in rebounding. He's averaging 17.5 rebounds a game, along with 18 points per game. Had a big game last weekend against nationally ranked Newman Goretti. He misses the first free throw. Number 11, Julian Brown, and for number 13, Anthony Sasto for Lincoln. And he misses 2. Solomon down with the rebound. Brings up the court to Asante. Back to Solomon. Top to Asante with the crossover in the lane. Pass it on the wing. And it's a steal poked out by Emar Caesar. With the 3. Boom! Eric Acker from 3. Lincoln breaks a press, but then gets trapped by Emar. It's almost as if Eagle kind of lulled them into that trap on the wing. Smith to inbound. Caesar with a little handsy, playing tough defense, but a little too handsy for the ref. Smith to inbound on the sideline again. Solomon versus Caesar. Sets the screen right with the roll. But can't get it cleanly. Fleming picks up the steal. Acker to the front court. That was a lot of contact there. Trap, and it's stolen to the crossover. Fleming resets it. Green. Oh, and he missed the roll, but gets it to Trey in the post. To the corner to Caesar for 3. Oh, off the side of the rim. Wasn't a bad offensive set by Eagle, just missed the shot. Good pass by Solomon, but it looks like number 25, Arlen Spruce, wasn't quite ready quite ready for it. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 17-6 Eagle Academy. Sub for Eagle. Eddie Munyak comes in for Johnny Fleming. Best shooter in the PSAL. Back to Eddie. Shot. Oh, off the side. Emar with the offensive rebound. Turn. Can't hit. Eric taps out. Back to Eddie for three. Boom! Second chance points, so get them every time. Jim almost thinks Eddie's shots are gonna go in every time he releases the ball. Solomon with the floater off the front rim. Trey with the rebound. Back to Eddie with the finish. And that's a silly foul by Xavier Caesar on the sideline. Johnny in for Caesar. Number 11, Javion Brown to Solomon for three. Solomon hits the three. Trey gets it with a full head of steam. And they're going to get him for the offensive foul. Possible a jump stop would have been money right there. Get the defender off his feet and then maybe lean into him for the foul. That was Makai Godet now in for the game. Dribbles the ball into the corner, gets trapped. Looking for an out. And loses the ball. Eric Acker, it's showtime! Took off a little soon, thought he was going to throw it. Jim would have went absolutely nuts if he threw that down from that distance. Lincoln taking some wild shots, but gets another offensive rebound and gets fouled. That's number 25, Arlen's Maurice, to the line to shoot two. Misses the first. Number 13, Sasto back in for number 11, Javion Brown. And misses two. Trey cleaning up the glass as usual. Tries to trap. Open for three. Oh, and he misses badly. Godet controlling the offense at the top of the key, picks up his dribble. That's going to be white ball. Acker taking it out on the sideline. Oh, nope. Sorry, that's Munyak. So Johnny on the wing. Rainbow pass. Oh, Emar tried moving without the ball. Oh, Sante back in the game. In the middle. Good hands by Johnny. Scoring for the ball. Active hands in the paint by Eagle. Emar comes up with it. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Who has the possession? I gotta say, the possession arrow is one of the most outdated things in all of basketball. I say they just jump ball for it every time. Lincoln ball underneath their basket. As number 41 checking in. Jan for the first time. Santo off the side rim. Offensive rebound, Lincoln. Santo taking the first shot of the game, misses. Oh, it's like a hot potato. Here we go. Trey comes up with it. Up. Oh. Alley-oop attempt almost missed. Looked like a mistimed jump. The former Lincoln connection trying to make the gym go crazy. And that's off. I've been calling him Osante this whole time. My apologies. It's Ostain. Unforced turnover off of Ostain's leg. It's Eagle ball underneath their basket. Fleming to inbound. To Trey for the easy deuce. Couldn't draw it up better than that, Coach Kev. Hounded him. The Eagle trap at half court, and just after half court on the sidelines on the wing seems to send the Lincoln offense into a frenzy, and they panic with the ball. Johnny to Emar. Oh, that was an and one. I saw contact. Got it. Bringing the ball up. No, good hands by Eagle again. But Ostain finishes at the rim. Acker taken out. Now he's bringing the ball up. Eagle getting into their set. Eric for three. Off the side rim. Eddie gets blocked. Trying to put back. 3-point attempt from half court, no good. After one, it is 28-11, Eagle Academy. That's a great first quarter here at the Eagles' Nest. Second quarter action getting underway. Lincoln's two leading scorers stay on the court, and Ostain and Solomon. Emar at the top of the key to Eddie in the corner. Back to Ajani. Eric on the wing. That was great moving without the ball by Trey Shep, and Eric finding him in the paint for the easy two. Ostain crossover into the lane. Lincoln guards are getting into the paint pretty easily, and if they're not finishing, in addition to their teammates, but it seems their teammates may not be ready for these no-look passes. Eddie back to Eric. Johnny in the corner, drives baseline, kick cross side to Eric, and Eddie for three. Boom! Muniak with another three. That was a great skip pass from Ajani. Charles broke the double team but lost the ball and couldn't handle it. Johnny brings it up to Eric from the wing. Short. Lincoln ball. Got it subbing in for Chance. I'm sorry, I called him Charles earlier. That's Isaiah Chance. Just bear with me, Lincoln fans, as this is my first time seeing all these names. Solomon controlling the ball, getting hounded by Emar. Santo in the corner, and he throws it away. That's going to be white ball coming down. Fleming on the wing. Back to Eric, to Eddie. Shot. Off the mark. Rebound Lincoln. Ostain brings the ball up the court. Euro gets blocked by Trey. As Emar, it's showtime. Oh, how's that not a foul? Way to take it strong, Emar. And wait, that's under the basket? Oh, man, what are we watching here? He practically hacked his arm off. All right, back to the play at hand. Hacker controlling the offense. Fleming, Eddie in the corner for three. That's off the mark and short. Rebound got it. Comes up the court. Oh, stops, pops, air ball. Eric with the rebound. Fast break. Oh, alley-oop attempt, no good. That would have been a head tap. Head tap on the alley-oop in high school basketball is kind of crazy. That's playing at a different level. That was a solid move to get to the rim by Solomon, but unable to finish. Good move. Good take by Trey Shep with the finish at the rim. Ostain picks up his dribble. Pastor got it. Foul line extended jumper. No good. Trey with the rebound. Trolling the ball. And he gets it stolen. Eric with the rebound. Can't finish. Okay, so I have questions, but I'm going to save those questions for the post game. I wish we could interview refs, because I really want to know what goes through their head sometimes when they make these calls. That being said, is Lincoln ball going down. As number 22, Jeremy Higgins, entering the game for the first time as E. Marquise takes a seat. Good block by Trey on the recovery. Smart, Eddie to slow it down. Eric setting up the offense. Cross court to Johnny. Get pass to Eric. To the corner for three. Short. Trey with another rebound. Oh, man. Had to call that. It's like the whistles are stuck. Trey Shep going to the line shooting too. Just being an absolute workhorse on the boards. Trey being the second leading scorer on Eagle Academy misses the first at 18 points per game, while Eric Acker is the leading scorer at 23. Eric is actually averaging 23.7 assists and 5 rebounds a game. Second free throw is good. That's number 3, Eli Johnson, in for the first time for Eagle Academy for Johnny Fleming. Good hand. Eddie with the steal on the deflection. Eli loses it going up. Oh, staying with the crossover. Gets back to the middle court. Got it for 3. And it's off the front rim. Offensive rebound. And it's foul on the floor. Jeremy has to do a better job of boxing out right there and not allowing Jan to get position. Solomon taking it out underneath Lincoln's basket. Oh, and that's Ostane's second turnover. off his foot. You know he's frustrated. And for those of you out there watching, Lincoln has not scored yet in the second quarter. Emar back in the game. Sarek for three, short. Staying. Emar with the hands. Eric with the Euro. Gonna stay Eagle ball. Other sub for Lincoln. Noah Smith back in. No, Eric had the take, but he also had Eddie wide open on the wing for three on the kick out. Got it with the steal on the Aaron inbound pass. Just looking to check the call. That's Elijah Johnson with the blocking foul. Lincoln takes it out underneath the basket. Got it to inbound. Looks like it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation. Xavier Caesar in for Eric Acker. Another offensive rebound for Lincoln. Jump ball. Blue ball. Got it to inbound underneath the basket. To Solomon. Jeremy Higgins altering the shot to Eddie for three. Lets it go. Oh, in and out. Got it. Pulls it back out. To Solomon on the wing. Eli one-on-one. And that's going to be a charge on a Johnny Solomon. Marquise Jones standing in there to take the charge. It's PSAL, so we don't quite have those towel boys and girls to come run out and wipe the wet spots off. When the budget increases, then we'll get one of those. Xavier controlling the offense. To Emar. To Eli in the corner. Back to the wing with the take. Jeremy with the offensive rebound. And he's going to be shooting too. A good, strong rebound. Three and a half left to go in the first half. Short on the first attempt. Timeout Lincoln. So as I mentioned earlier, Eagle this past weekend suffered their first loss against nationally ranked Newman Goretti, their top 15 team in the country. It was a valiant effort, but ultimately Eagles' first trip out of state, ended up on the wrong side of the loss column. But I'm sure it was a great learning experience getting to play against that caliber of talent and can only help them in PSAL play. We're going to be back here in the Eagles' Nest this Thursday for a rematch of last year's championship at the Barclays Center against South Shore. Be sure to be here for that one. The gym is going to be packed. I can only imagine what that's going to look like. Jeremy Higgins back to the line, shooting two. for second. Flips a pair at the line. Got it to inbound. Good hands by Emar. Still Lincoln ball. Eagle trying to trap in the backcourt. Blocking foul. And Johnny might have been watching some World Cup action with that flop right there. And number 11, Javian Brown to the line. I believe he's shooting two. Sorry. Rebound Higgins. Gets to the point guard. Pushes the ball. Flows it up. Gets the call from the bench. To Emar on the wing. Loses it. Back to Johnny for three. Boom! 3-point basket by Johnny Fleming. Good hands by, a little late, but still good hands. 3-point attempt off the back iron. Rebound to Johnny. Xavier pushing the ball. To Eddie in the corner for three. Too strong, air ball. Solomon. I would call a walk right there. To Caesar. Good take. Can't finish. Noah Smith with the rebound, pushing the ball. We're going to get a travel on Noah Smith. It's going to be Eagle ball. Trap coming. Caesar sees it. Pump fakes to Emar. The take. Gets his own rebound. Again, he's fighting. Jeremy Higgins with the putback. Emar with another putback. A lot of offensive rebounds there. Good fight by Emar. But out of all those putbacks, you got to grab a ball and finish one of those. Too many attempts not to get one back in the basket. Johnny Solomon to inbound for Lincoln. Need those designated towels, boys and girls. Oh, staying back in. Got it, gets back to the center of the court. Oh, staying with the Hesse and gets to the rim and finishes for two. X taking the time to set up the offense. Gets to the middle, entry pass to Higgins. I mean, there's a lot of contact, but no foul call. Wonder if the refs are playing the score. Oh, they're letting them play. Gonna be white ball. Refs conferencing about the call. And it's gonna be blue ball. Honestly, I don't know how the far ref on this end of the court made that call when the other ref with the ball was right in front of it. Eric in for Eddie. Oh, staying to inbound. Solomon with the ball. Eagle switches it. Emar at the top of the key with Solomon. Sasa with the pick. And Emar recovers with the block. That was a great recovery. Eric getting hounded to the pass. Pass to Emar, brings it back out. They're setting up the offense to the corner. Caesar for three. Boom! 3-point basket, good by Xavier Caesar. Cross-court passer got it. Had to go up to get it. Fleming one-on-one. Wild shot. Eric with the rebound. Pushing it. Trying to inflict pain on his opponent. Misses back-to-back shots. Gets back up on defense. Emar Solomon one-on-one. Gets into the paint. Wild shot. Fleming with the rebound. Adani back to Eric. Mid-range. Off back iron. Lincoln ball. That's going to do it at the half. It is 43-14. Eagle Academy Brooklyn in front. And for the first half of basketball at the Eagles Nest, this production is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. We're going to see you in the second half.
All right, Coach Kev, so this is our first time with you.
I was coming and it kept stopping. Welcome to second half action at the Eagles' Nest. Starting the third quarter, Eagles up 43-14 versus the Lincoln Rail Splitters. As we get ready to start the second half, just to remind you, this production is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Right now, Eagles leading scorer is Eric Acker with 9 points. Xavier at top of the key to Ajani in the corner. Off the side rim. Fight for the ball. Trey pulls it up. Xavier for three. Another offensive rebound. Eric controlling the ball top of the key for three. Another miss. Rebound. Lincoln. Solomon controls the ball. Top of the key versus Emar one-on-one. Wild shot. Johnny Fleming with the rebound. Pushes it up the wing. Brings it back out. Trade X. Coach Kevin calling plays on the sideline. Eric in the corner. Pop, stop and pop. Xavier's going up for the rebound. Back to Eric in the corner. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Good pass from Emar. Oh, and it's blocked. Eric gets on the floor. Timeout. Eagle really dominated on the boards in his third quarter, but can't get anything to fall in the basket. I mean, but we do have to like what we're seeing, considering that rebounding has been a bit of a bugaboo for Eagle Academy for the first couple of games. So seeing them crash the boards like that, whether it be the big men or the guards, is definitely a positive. Those shots will eventually fall. So let's take the good out of that. Hopefully they keep crashing the boards. You saw point guard Xavier getting in there and skying for a rebound over the Lincoln big men. Crowd getting involved, loving it. Ajani to inbound from underneath the basket. David control, but Ajani pump fakes. 3-second violation. Solomon to inbound. Back to Isaiah Chance on the wing, into the middle. As Orleans Paris with the finish. To Eric on the wing from Xavier, back to X. To Johnny. Stop, pop, pull up, and it's good. O'Thane has been struggling to control the ball, but he gets it back. Ref's really letting him play here. A lot of hand-to-hand contact. A little towel to get clean off the wet spots on the floor. Solomon guarded by Xavier. Trey Shep picks him up. He hits the open jump shot, foul line extended. Eric controlling the offense now. Comes across the timeline to Caesar for three. Off the front rim. Lincoln ball. I think if X takes a step in, has a better look at that with that shot. Shot that from kind of deep. Good block by Johnny on the closeout. Trey Shep pushing the ball to X in the corner. Back to Johnny. Dribbles, shot, no good. Ostain drives. Can't quite get the ball to his big man, Anthony Sasto. Looked like a miscommunication there. Bit of a sloppy start to the second half. Hopefully Eagles get it under control. X in the corner for three. Eventually those shots are gonna start falling again. Solomon with the no look. Can't finish. Trey pushing the ball off the side of the rim. X forcing the ball on that, misses the 2-point basket. Solomon with the good take, but can't get it. Eric with the rebound. Timeout Eagle. Coach Kevin kind of laying into his team right now. Wants them to play a cleaner version of basketball. I'm assuming Coach Kev wants them to run their sets entirely through. Not sure that's been happening in his third quarter, hence the timeout. Getting his guys to regroup. Sure they're gonna run a play coming out of timeout. Eric back to Johnny, back to X. Trey looking to come set the screen. Trey sets the screen to Eric for three. In and out. That's going to be a foul on E. Marquise. Got it. Back to Solomon. Solomon at the top of the key, guarded by Emar. Good hands, sets the pick, and he's fouled hard. Going to be 2 shots. The one thing about having Emar at the top of this kind of matchup zone they play is that he's really lengthy, has long arms, and he can move well laterally. Just got to be careful with the reaching. Been in foul trouble last couple games, but hasn't been here in foul trouble in this game, and it shows with Eagles defense. Emar hits the first. Eddie Muniak comes in for Johnny Fleming. Emar hits both at the line. Lincoln trying to break the press. Trap coming. Solomon loses the ball, gets it back. Pass, foul line extended. Eddie gets the steal. X slows it up. Back to Eddie. Shot. Boom! 3-point basket by Eddie Muniak. Got it, pump fakes, gets to the lane. And one with the floater. Another foul on Emar. Oh, no, look. Looks like they got the foul on Trey. Trey Shep, not Emar. Got it at the line, shooting one. Eric on fast break. Finishes. Fleming finds him in the middle. Too strong off the back iron. Trey pushes it to Eric. Backs it out. Resets the offense. Cross court, skip past to Eddie for three. Boom! Another three for Eddie. I believe that is his 4th three. Don't quote me on that, though. Told you guys, best shooter in the PSAL. Trey with the good hands. Steal to Eric. Pulls it back out. Spins, turns. With a pretty finish under the rim. Solomon gets the ball, brings it up the court. To Ostain, tries to finish. Wild circus shot. Almost finished. Kind of shocked there wasn't a foul call on that, to be honest. But as I said earlier, it looks like they're letting them play. Timeout Lincoln. So back in the first quarter, I was telling you about this PSAL drama that's been going on. I mean, if we're really honest, we could probably have a whole PSAL reality show with what's been going on this season. Between social media posts and things that happen in games. So first game of the year, Jefferson actually beat South Shore, and their big man puts up a 40-piece on them in South Shore's gym. But apparently, Thomas Jefferson started a fight, allegedly started a fight. And according to PSAL rules, if that happened, you forfeit the next 3 games. So that loss was then given, that loss South Shore got was turned into a win. But on the flip side of that, South Shore then got their wins vacated from them, which one was against Lincoln. I forgot who the other one was against, because apparently they used an illegal player that was deemed eligible prior to the game. So there's a lot of PSAL drama going on. But as long as Eagle finishes the game 3-0, going into Thursday against the defending champs 3-0, that's all we're worried about. X bringing the ball up, got it one-on-one to Eddie. Oh, no, to Eric on the wing. To Johnny, high post. Turns and shoots and scores. Solomon bringing the ball up. Johnny one-on-one. Doesn't use the screen. Eric hounding him, now using the screen. Oh, Trey pins it to the backboard. Eric comes out the scrum with the ball to Eddie in the corner. Shot. Boom! Three three-pointers this quarter for Eddie Muniak. Somebody get that man the ball. He's on fire. Easy bucket for Ostain. I don't know. I don't care who brings the ball up. Just find Eddie for the heat check. That is a lazy pass by Caesar in the backcourt and gets bailed out by Ostain with the wild shot. And Coach Kev is letting him know as much. We're going to have a remedy for these wet spots next game, I promise you. Eric with the jump shot, turns and scores. Looked like he wasn't even looking at the rim on that one. Solomon starting offense for three. Caesar with the rebound. That's going to be over the back, going down. Currently, Eagle up 64-24 with a minute left to go in the third. The other thing to note is that they're doing this without Eric's other backcourt mate, Taj Bryant, who will be back soon. X for three. Boom! Another three-point basket for Eagle this quarter. Eric with another steal. I don't know if that was a clear path foul. I'm not sure if they do that in high school. But it looks like side out Eagle Academy. Eli Johnson coming in for Eric Acker. X again, offense set up to Johnny in the corner for three. Boom! Another three-point basket. Whole Eagle team, it's infectious. From three. Got it, controlling the ball in the corner. Hounded. Passes to Solomon. Johnny on top of him. Eli playing stifling defense on Got It. And we have a charge. That's great defense and great lateral movement by the Eagle players on this defensive possession. Eli coming up the court to Eddie in the corner for three. Short. Got it, controls. And that's the quarter. At the end of three, Eagle Academy Brooklyn 70, Lincoln 24. As always, want to thank you guys for tuning in and just remind you that this production is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Eli inbounds to Caesar. It's on the wing, drives, kicks, back to Eli. Oh! Eli goes down hard. Fell from about 7 feet in the air. That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Got the dry mop out. We should be good. It looked like they called a charge on Eli on that one. Yes, Ethan had his feet, not Ethan, Arlen's had his feet set there. Solomon to inbound for Lincoln. Got it, brings the ball up. Starts on the wing. Drops it off for Solomon. Solomon shoots. Air ball. Ostain with the offensive rebound. Crashing the boards. Xavier to Eli. Back to X. Shot. Off the back iron. Long rebound X. And finishes on a drive to the rim. Got it, trying to set up the offense. Doesn't use the screen. Floater off the side of the rim. A Johnny rebound. Eli slows it up. To X from deep. Boom! Another three-pointer. Timeout Lincoln. Six and a half left to go. 75-26. The good guys. Please stay tuned post game. I was going to interview and highlight our Eagle star of the game. Solomon on the wing. Eagle playing stifling defense. X grabs the ball. Jump ball. And this right here is why the possession arrow is super antiquated. Just let him jump for it. Lincoln to inbound underneath their own basket. Got it to Ostain. He's hounded by Eagle. Gets out of it, shoots. Short. Jeremy can't grab it. Got it. Gets it again. X steals it. Up and gives it up again to Solomon. 3-on-1. And that's going to be a foul. Eagle has to box out here. Johnny Solomon misses the first. And misses the second, but they get the offensive rebound. That's foul on Jeremy Higgins on the hole. We have to do a better job at clearing Lincoln out of the paint so we can get these rebounds. Right now, I know what the score is, what it is, but these are the type of games where you can't let these little things fall by the wayside, because against a better team, they'll make you pay. Here we go, box out, he gets the rebound after the free throw miss. Eli setting up the offense. They swing it to Eddie, back to Eli, back, and pass stolen. So staying on the wing. Stops and pops short. Offensive rebound. Foul on Lincoln. It's going to be going down. Eagle ball. Eli ready to control offense. To Jeremy underneath. Stays the Eagle ball. Johnny Fleming taking out underneath the basket. No call on the layup attempt. Lincoln gets the easy 2 on a fast break. 5 minutes left to go. That's a poor pass from Eli. Eddie on the wing, back to Eli. In the high post, great pass. Great look from Ajani. Great finish on the touch pass. Down low to Jeremy Higgins from Ajani. Solomon trying to control offense. Noah Smith trying to get to the basket. Coach Matos trying to give him some instruction from the bench on how she wanted that play to go. Smith to inbound. Solomon, top of the key, drop-off pass. And it's blocked by Higgins. Xavier with the rebound, pushes the ball. To Johnny for 3. Short. Steal. Oh, and it's stolen again. Outlet pass to Noah Smith. And he finishes. Eagle getting a little sloppy with the ball. Got to clean it up right here. Eddie seems like he hasn't shot the ball in a couple minutes to get him some more looks. And there it is for 3. Off the back iron, back to X. Pass to Eli for 3. Off the front rim. Outlet pass to Noah Smith. He's going to be shooting 2. Misses the free throw. Fleming with the rebound. Eagle looking to push. Eli gets to the lane. Eddie in the corner. One more to X. Brings it back out. Resets. Higgins with the screen. X uses it. Powers to the basket. Gets blocked. Got it in the front court. Stops. Hezzy. Wild shot. Muniak with the rebound. Outlet to X. Johnny not paying attention, gets his pocket picked. Oh, and it's going to be Lincoln ball. Just doing a little bit of crowd control here. Solomon with the jump shot, and it's good. Back, X at the top of the key to Eddie for 3. Boom! Another 3-point basket for Eddie Muniak. Smith for three. Short. Rebound Fleming. Eli bringing it up. Back to Eli. High post for Jeremy. Trying to do work. Back to Eli. Foul line finish short. Jeremy works hard for it, but ultimately ends up being Lincoln ball. Solomon throwing the ball, gets double, gets out of it, and finishes. Under 2 minutes to go. Eddie back to X, back to Eli. X trying to control the pace. To Eli, gets in the lane, to Johnny in the corner. Jeremy gets fouled going up. Short, second one is short. I'm gonna bring the ball up. Great entry pass. He's fouled. Johnny Solomon trying to do everything he can to give his best effort in this game, given the score. Jan misses the first. Hits the second. Solid box out on the shooter by Xavier. Eli controlling the ball. Gets it to Eddie. Back to X. To Eli. Cross court, skip pass. Eddie, pump fake, two-pointer. Johnny with the offensive rebound. Finishes off the glass. Tim Duncan would be proud. Solomon. The up and under scoop. Shot clock and game clock just about the same. About 28 seconds left in the game. A lot of dribbling. And that's going to do it. And the final score, Eagle Academy 83, Lincoln Rail Splitters 40. Eagle moves to 3-0 in PSAL AA play. AA Brooklyn, I'm sorry. Please stay tuned for our post-game interviews for player of the game Eddie Munyak. We'll be back. Good evening. I'm standing here with Eagle Player of the Game, Eddie Muniak, after his 20-point, 6 3-pointer performance against the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Eddie, how you feeling after that performance?
I feel really good. I had a lot of fun.
You had a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a shooter like yourself, right? I like to call you the best shooter in PSAL. After you miss a couple shots, do you lose confidence or do you want to just keep throwing them up?
I used to lose confidence a lot, but I've learned from it. I don't think about it anymore. I just keep shooting.
Keep shooting, all right? Now, you guys have a rematch with South Shore coming up on Thursday in this gym. A game, the championship game last year, you did not play because you were hurt. How much are you looking forward to that game and to do something like this on the court?
I've been looking forward to it since the last time we played them. Everyone's super hype about it. We've been working really hard.
You had it circled on your calendar? Mm-hmm. All right. Any last words for the fans out there?
We're going to see more of this.
You're going to see more of this. You heard it here first, right? You're going to see more threes being drained all year from the best shooter in the PSAL. Thank you, Eddie Muniak. Great game.
Thank you.
All right, see you on Thursday.